hosting here for 4 months, and it's been a pleasure for me to be part of this wonderful team, with Sarah and the others hosts that we have here. And I can say that every Saturday I learned something new from you guys, and it's, as I said before, it's been a pleasure, you know. And that's it. And what about you, Mr. Gustavo? That was everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança, countryside of São Paulo State. I work with IT. Let me see. I have a dog. I like to watch series, movies, play video games, and I think that's it. And you, Sarah?
Hey Gustavo, nice to see you here again. And so I'm Sarah. I'm also here on TNT. I live in Ilhéus and I really like to dance, to listen to some music. And lately I've been studying more English and French. I really like to learn new things. And I'm also learning a little bit about how to teach English because I think that might be an option for me in the future. Or if I don't work with this, I would like to be able to help others like I'm doing here, but I would like to do more frequently, So that's my path nowadays, and it's always a pleasure to be here.
Really nice, Sarah. I think that you are a good teacher for sure. For
Yeah, I
sure.
already can say you are doing a great job.
Yeah, really nice.
I appreciate guys.
So, guys, let me ask you something. In your opinion, what is the definition of privacy? You know, Gustavo, can you start, please?
Yeah, I think there's two meaning. We can put like a privacy in the real life, gonna say real life, and the internet. Uh, but the meaning, I think is all the same. It's gonna change the environment, but it's some stuff that we want to keep to ourselves, and some informations that it's part of us, and we don't need to share with anyone if you don't want to do that. And and what happened on the internet, that there are some information that some apps, some websites, some stuff like that is getting from us, and we don't know that they are get that information, or they put like in the license and agreement in the technical way. To be honest, anyone read that? So yeah, that's hard because like 100 page for you to download and use the app, or if you agree or you don't use the app. So yeah, we always agree with that. But they put like in technical way, like laws, words that we don't understand sometimes. uh, and they use information for some things that we apply but didn't apply that, knowing that, we just click OK and that's it, but we don't really know what they are doing with that. So I think it's so like that. And you, Bruno?
Yeah, I I totally agree with you. And you brought up a really good and interesting point about uh, the different kind of privacy. Private. Yeah. For example, we have our daily life that we have our privacy. Let's say that personal privacy, we have, and we have professional privacy, that you can share with other companies, or even with the people from your family, of your family. And privacy for me is, as you said, I think that my point of view is similar than you. It's like when you have something, personal things, and it can be something that you work with, for example, on Talking Talk. Let's say like this: if I have some information from Talking Talk, I cannot share with other people because it's something that needs to be inside the company, right? So and it can be from your personal life. So when you have this information or something that you care too much, and you do not want to share this information with a lot of people, it means privacy, you know. It's a private matter, is a private subject, you know. So basically, privacy for me is this, you know, is when you have something personal, or it can be something from another place, and you cannot share it because it's something important for someone, you know. Basically, to sum it all up, that's it for me, privacy. What about I think that we just,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think she live. I think there's a connection problem.
no, for sure. So let's move on to the next one. uh, how important is privacy in our daily basis? What do you think about it,
Mm,
Gustavo?
yeah, I think she's come back.
Yeah,
And we
maybe.
can ask for her.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think it's really important. There's some information that I want to keep to myself. I don't want to share that. Uh, and thanks right now that we have some laws that are created for our personal information. Like in Brazil, there is the LGPD, and the Europe that GDPR, that is some information like some disease or some your uh, skin color or some stuff like that. You don't need to share anymore if you don't feel comfortable with that. And I remember that some cases like uh uh in the metro of São Paulo, there is some thoughts, not thoughts. How can I say that? Oh my gosh! Oh, forgot the name in Portuguese because the name is in English. But you know that when you go to the metro or some uh omnibus station, and there's this kind of thing that you can pay stuff. Oh my gosh, forgot the name.
it's
It's autoatendimento. I forgot the name. It's something
yeah,
like that, but I forgot the name.
yeah,
The name is in English, but I forgot. But there's a case in São Paulo that in the metro there's this thing, and there shows some propaganda there. So they show some ads, and the person react of that. So if they say, "Oh, really nice," they looks like really nice, there is a positive ad. And if you say a anger face, that they're gonna took out this ad. So you're gonna look at you, the camera, and see your face if you're happy or sad with this specific ad, and with lunch and stuff like that, some McDonald's and others, um, and they are get this information to see if the ad is good or not. So there's a problem because there's not a specific that they can do that with your information, your feelings in that moment. So they are get some specific things with that. So for me, it's really important my privacy. There's some stuff that I want to keep myself, and maybe for my psychologist, but just that.
yeah.
Now I want to share to everybody. And you,
Yeah,
Sarah, we are in the second, but no, in the 30, but you can say second as well.
yeah, you can answer both, number two and number three. Yeah, go ahead, girl.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I was thinking that privacy is like a personal space, and things you don't want to be available for everyone. You know, so maybe the information, your personal information, like address and things like that. And I would say it is really important in my life because I want to feel safe the on the internet or in real life. You know, so for example, if I'm accessing a website and I see the cookies and so on, I have no idea what's this, but I know somehow they are collecting information, and like
Yeah,
Gustavo mentioned, I always accept it. And yeah, I remember the Facebook case where they had to explain a lot of things because the information was leaked for the elections purpose as well. A lot of situations, but I remember the elections especially,
yeah,
and it's really strange because we usually don't think that it could change a lot of things in our lives. Not only, oh, other people are knowing about something that I did, but about our nation, about our politics, our economy. For example, I forgot how to say the yeah, the market, like the economy and the bolsa. I don't know how to say the New York or the bolsa de valores, enfim. Anyway,
stock market, I think.
stock
Yeah.
market. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Bruno. And we just accept a lot of things without thinking about it, just because it's easier and quicker. So maybe we should be a little bit more careful about this.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for sharing, Sarah. I believe that, the importance of privacy, or yeah, privacy is like, if you have something that you do not want to share it, you know, uh, we we do not to share it, and we have some rights to protect us from someone that want to steal our information or something that we have, you know. And I remembered a situation here in Brazil that someone stole or hacked something, from some place about personal personal information, personal people information, whatever. Yeah. So it was really crazy because there are so many informations that were that was that were hacked, and stole, and people were selling it, to other people in order to gain some advantage, and some, maybe this person can buy something in your name. It's really crazy. It was a few months ago, or 1 year ago. I don't remember exactly. I remember that I had a lecture, yeah, a presentation related with this topic, and the importance of your privacy, and yeah, basically, privacy is something that we need to protect, and we need to be aware, even though we need to read a long terms related with this topic, when we buy something, when we when we are participating of something. I know that it's it's tough to read the terms, related with this, but if you can just scroll and see something important, it's hard to say. I do it all the time, I don't have so much patience to read all the terms, but it's it's really it's really important, because as we could see in the video, watch in the video, a lot of people are looking for our informations in order to maybe sell something, uh, based on our pattern. If you follow a pattern, maybe someone will create some product in order to satisfy your desires, and there are so many things that people want to do, and they do, uh, based on your information, the information that you give to them, or maybe they catch this information in some situations that we don't know. I can say that, but I believe so, That's it, guys. Let's move on to the next one. Let me see here. Number 4. Do you have privacy in all the areas of your life? How it works? I don't know. In At home, I can say that yes, I have privacy and my personal privacy, So yeah, and with people that live with me, we have each one has your own privacy, and we need to respect it, But in other places, I don't know. Maybe I think yes, in some parts, but I don't know if there is some situation, or there are some situations that maybe people can, invade your privacy in other places, Yeah, maybe yes, I think so. What about you, Gustavo? What do you think about it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think like you. I think I have privacy in some areas, but I don't know if all the areas. Like at in my home, like you said, that some privacy that I don't want my some person know that, or at the job I can say because there's some personal information that I don't want to share, or some plans or some stuff like that that could be not so good in that environment or something like that. Uh, so we don't want to share that information there. I think it's kind of when because I think we are part of a lot of groups, like you're part of the gene group, of the work group, of their family group, and the others group. And there are some information, some topics that you don't talk with that specific group. So I can say because you don't talk because it's not the better conversation or something that's not fit in that specific group or something like that. Or you don't want to make an argue or something like that. But I think we can consider like that privacy, but in the personal privacy, yeah, there's some stuff that we don't want to share with anyone or some specific group because we're gonna make a little mess, I think. And you said,
Yes, I agree with you. It is important to know where the information should be, like for specific situations. And I consider that I have privacy. Uh, Here at my home, I have like my own room. I have my own stuff, and people respect that. I think that's really important. Sometimes if you don't even have your own space, it can be really tough to have privacy, And maybe maybe I have more privacy in real life than on the internet. Maybe not for sure because I usually don't read the conditions. And I just if I'm signing up for something that is free, I will read to know if at some place they say I had to pay something. That's the only thing I read. But yeah, on the internet I don't think so. I think they know a lot of things like my personal preferences. For example, once I saw an advertisement for if you are a woman who was born in 1995 and on October, and I was like, okay, that was too specific. So they have a lot of things on me, and based on the algorithm and other things. But I think it's easier to preserve your privacy, like with people from work, because they are not so interested in your life. It, and if you are at home, maybe someone can get curious, or if you are married, like Bruno, your partner can get curious about how you use your social media and who are you talking to, these type of situations. I think it's kind of normal, but you should have limits because it could become an abuse or something serious to damage the relationship. So I'm not an expert, just saying something that I think of. And I think that's it. It's important to know where and how to share your information with other people.
yes, I am like you because I stay alert when I need to put my credit card. When I need to put my credit card, I say, oh, I need to read that with a lot of attention because it's gonna be a
Yeah,
problem the next month. So yeah.
for sure. It's a really important point that you brought up because if you put your credit card and you don't pay attention of the terms, you can have some problems and headache, right? Yeah. And guys, let me ask you something. How to deal with people that don't respect your privacy? Have you ever had some situation that you know needed to deal with this kind of thing? In my case, and I will kind of respond the, let me see, the 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 number 6 as well, because number 6, no, let me see here. Number 8, because it's kind of connected. uh I believe that, for example, it's hard to deal with people that don't respect your privacy, because you, in the same way that you you don't want to be rude, you know, this person needs to be stopped, you know, because they don't, they or one person, I don't know, depending of the situation, these people don't they can invade your private life, you know, private life, or private uh, or some other situations, you know, because there is a boundary that we need to have to settle down in order to, you know, in order to have our own space, you know. Each one needs to have your own space, you know, and we need to respect it. And when someone don't respect your space, and let's say that this space is our privacy, you know, or yeah, and I believe that you need to be more not hard in order to harm someone, but you need to be more uh, let's say firm, you know. You need to impose your opinion, not impose, but you need to show people about your opinion in some situations that will overpass your the boundary of your private life, private life, or other in other situations as well, you know. And in my case, there was a situation that I was in my commute to back to home, you know, in the past. And it was funny because I'm a kind of person that I try to be always polite, you know, and I don't like to make people feel ashamed or frustrated, you know. But in this situation, in this specific situation, it was like I needed to do it, you know, because sometimes you need to do it in order to make people realize that you don't like this attitude, you know. And I was in my way back to home, and I I met a friend, you know. We got the same public transportation, you know, and of course, and he was with her, he was with his girlfriend, you know, and I know her as well, you know. I know both, and on my way back, I enter in the public transportation, and we start to talk, you know. But I was talking more with this friend of mine, you know, and because I didn't have, and I don't have any how can I say, relationship. I know her, but I'm not so, I don't have, I don't know if is the right word to use, but I don't have uh, in intimacy, I think, yeah. And in the middle of the conversation, she asked me about, because we were talking about job, you know, about the job opportunities, and where I was working, you know, in that moment. And uh, it was crazy because from nothing, she asked me how much I earned in this new job that I was working, you know. And I stopped. Like, what? I told to her, it's not. It's really funny because I never, I always try to avoid this situation, you know. And I thought, and I told to her, it's not of your business, so please hold on, girl. And her boyfriend, that is my friend, he stopped, then he be in silence, you know, because he knows that it was totally crazy from her to ask me this, because she invade my private life, my privacy, you know. So I didn't like this, and I told her in a way that maybe it was a little bit rude, but it was necessary to do, you know. It's really crazy. And what about you guys? What about you, Gustavo?
Yeah, there's some there are some kind of specific questions that I think is not good to say and not good to ask. And there's like in the culture way, like how much you earn, or there's this joke for woman, how your age is not some good for you to ask in that scenario. And I remember a case that happened in a company that I worked uh, a long time ago already, but there was a woman that asked for people some personal information. So they start to talk and ask for some personal information that is not a question for the work environment. So how was a relationship, something like that, and some personal information. And this specific situation I remember because she get information for make gossip. So she get information put all around the company, and until we get the point that human resource talk with her and get, I think uh oh my gosh, it's not oh, I forgot the name, but there's a alert for her for not do that, and she stopped with that because I think that that's some environment that I think is culture. I think we know that anyone need to tell you that there are some specific situation that you can ask something. So because not part of this and that environment. Uh, so yeah, you need to be like we said, we need to be professional in that moment. And like you said, I like to be polite as well, but yeah, sometimes we need to put our set our boundaries. So I said, oh, that's the limit for me, and sorry if I offend you, but no, and I can show you that I can tell you this information because it's personal. Uh, so yeah, I think that's it. And you said,
Yeah, it's really interesting this story about the salary because I remember I was talking with a guy from Canada, and he told me that it's really normal there to ask how much people make, and he just we were talking, and he just randomly told me how much he was making. I didn't ask because here we don't ask, so for me it was really different. And when he asked me like three times, and I was like, I have to confess, it's annoying how you always asking about how much I'm making because here it's not common. So I don't know in your country, but in Brazil we don't act like this. Yeah, it was kind of rude of me, but he never asked again, so it worked. And we don't talk anymore. Not because of this, because of other situations. But anyway, the other situation that I remember, it was when I I was taking a course, so I had to take the bus every day, and there was dating someone, and the it was not the driver, the other one who collects the money. I don't know how to say in English, but he saw us together, and he I don't know why he asked him what we have done together and how we were in our relationship. Like he was watching us from the bus because we took that bus every day. So for me, it was very disturbing, and we didn't take this bus again because it was so uncomfortable for me. And I remember the my boyfriend at the time, he told him it wasn't okay to ask this type of things because it was none of his business. And I don't know what happened with him before, but I just hope he found other things to do than taking care of people's lives because it's really crazy. I don't even have the words to say it to describe it.
Really crazy. I think that there are some people that don't have idea or they don't imagine that it can hurt the people feelings. Like how much you earn in a month. It's not of your business, man. No, take care of. I take care of it. You don't need to be worried about it, right? It's
yeah.
not make sense for me, man.
And sometimes it's strange. You say sorry. What did you ask? Because yeah, that's not a normal
What?
question. What did you
What,
say?
what are you saying, man?
Are you
Come on,
crazy? Yeah.
bro.
when you ask when you ask, what did you say to me? It's like, I'm giving you one more chance to think about it, you know? So
To
we
shut
Yeah.
up, you know.
you get some common sense. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
you have one more opportunity to be quiet, so you need to be quiet, man. It's really crazy, really crazy. So guys, what we can do to settle down limits for privacy in a relationship or friendship? uh, I think that, you know, it's like when you make a new friendship, you know, or you are in a relationship. When you are in a relationship, I think you need to speak up, you know, what, and say what you like and what you don't like, you know, because it's important to the other person know about you, you know, and to try to avoid some kind of behaviors or uh, to avoid to say something that can hurt you or maybe bother you, you know. So, and it's the same for friendship. uh, Friendship is based on conversation, you know. So if you are a friend of someone, if you have a friend, maybe your friend knows about what you like or don't like, because based on your daily routine, you know, or daily conversations, you know, and based on your relationship in general, you know. So uh, basically for me, you just need to speak up and make clear to everyone that what you like or not, you know. That's it. And what about you, Sarah? What do you think about it?
Yeah, for experience, my advice would be yourself, because I was here remembering of a show that I really liked where the guy was made fun of because he was always changing his personality to match with the women he was interested. So if you are always changing yourself in some way, people are not going to know what you like and how what are your boundaries, you know. So because they will think, oh, it's okay, he's like he like this, but in fact you don't, in reality you don't, you know. So it's important to be honest and try to not shape into into things just because it can please others. And that's really hard to do because sometimes you just want to be loved and accepted. I'm speaking for myself. But yeah, it's a challenge we should face and try to move on, because it is important, especially if you are talking about a partner, a romantic relationship, because you want to this relationship to last for a long time, you know. So you have no other option to be yourself, because you can't keep the keep faking for a long time. So somehow with the time we will be discovered and it won't be pretty. Yeah, that's it.
Really
And how about
nice.
you, Gustavo?
Yeah, I think you guys said it all because the first thing I think is we can fix everything with speaking up. So we just need to start conversation and try to understand each other's side and for it to fix it. So speak is important, really important in everything. Um to be yourself as well because I think if you're I trying to be other person, you're gonna lose yourself a little bit. So, and we don't have time to be others. We just have time to be yourself, and that's difficult already. So, how we can try to be others? But about relationship, I think sometimes it's hard because we think in a relationship we get area. So yeah, I live with other person and I get more area, more area, more area, and get the point that we think that uh we need to know everything, and I think that that's not the case. And I think there's some privacy that's more privacy than to see each other naked. So I think I want to keep that with myself. uh so I think the relationship is a little bit difficult because we get an area. So every moment we get more close of the person, but I think we can live like 10, 20, 30 years with the person, and we don't know all the stuff of the person. We don't know every single detail of the person. There's some information that is for her, for him, for her, and we need to keep with that, because we have some stuff that we don't want to share as well. And if you want to share, it needs to be up me. So if I want to share, I go there and share it, not to be like the the interrupt guy that say, "Oh, we need to say about that and that and that." And one get the point that I feel comfortable, I will speak and see what happened. But yeah, I think you guys said it all.
Really nice, really great point that you brought up, because it's not about you have that duty to say something for other person. You need to feel comfortable, and it will come naturally, in a natural way. So you don't need to be obligated to say something for other people or person. And yeah, in this case, really nice, great point, man. And I think that we have some time to answer one more. Let me see. Number 7. Where is where is the place that people usually interrupt your privacy? Uh, I think it's not a specific place, but there are some places that it is more strong. Let's say like this. For example, in internet, we receive a lot of different advertisements. So it's kind of it's crazy. It make me pet peeves, because when you are seeing a video, watching a video, suddenly come up that advertisement, or maybe you are just scrolling up your social media, and it comes, from nowhere. It sucks. And I think in a real life that there are some situations. One one situation that happened to me was on the street. I was walking in my lunchtime, so I need to hurry up, right? Because I was hungry, and when I am hungry, I don't like to say nothing. I don't like to talk to anyone. I just want to eat, just that. And I was walking with my friend, both in silence. And suddenly a guy came up, and I was wondered that he was just talking about some information, specific information, because he was not dressed like an employee or something like that, that works from some company. And suddenly he asked to me, "Do you speak English?" I I said, "What? No." And he said, "Do you want to learn?" I said, "No." And he told me, "No." I said, "No." Okay, fine, bye. I go away. And I think that I was rude in that moment, but it sucks. You are in your lunchtime. Of course, he has no fault on this, because he didn't know that I'm in my lunchtime. But it happens all the time on the streets or in some markets. It's really crazy. People offering you something, and I believe that it's not their fault, because it is a job that people usually do. It's normal, but sometimes it can be a little bit sucks, because of the insistence that the people have in some situation. Yeah, in this case, I think that I am not a good fit for this job, in my opinion. Yeah. What about you, Sarah? What do you think about it?
Yeah. First of all, you don't speak in English. Are we a joke to you? Like,
In that
I
time, I
didn't
was
get.
just learning. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
speak so well. Yeah,
I will be
and I
honest.
even now I don't speak so well.
But I will be honest. You were talking. I imagined him asking to you for you in English, and you answer in English. No, I didn't speak English. It was because you
Yeah,
were telling say, "Oh, but we both speak English, and you don't speak English."
sometimes
Imagination
people
work right
learn
now.
just this phrase, Sometimes we learn just this phrase so we can get away when people ask. Yeah, for me, maybe here at home, because like I said, people get curious. Oh, why are you at home at your bedroom the entire day? So I want to know. Sometimes I lock my door because I don't want to interrupt the meetings with someone asking, "Oh, Sarah, did you saw? Have you seen the dog, or do you know where are the keys?" This type of normal situations that sometimes can interrupt some important tasks. But I don't feel like angry. I just prefer to avoid because we can. It's part of the life. It's okay. And you, Gustavo?
Yeah, I will say the same for me in my home because sometimes I study and do some stuff by myself. And I live in a small house, so there's a lot of people pass in background sometimes. And and I concentrate, and there's something interrupting me or asking something, and I need to go again and try to concentrate again. Uh, and in the street as well, like Bruno said, I don't like a lot. I know that there's a job for this person, but the person that give you I don't know how to say that, some paper on the street. Oh, all the time stop you to ask you something, give paper about selling something. And I remember sometime that there's always in the downtown the guy that's selling buy golden. So he stopped me and say, "Oh, do you sell golden?" I say, "No." But do you want to buy? No, I don't want to buy anything. I don't want to sell. I don't want gold. I don't have money for that. And so, yeah, this case, I don't feel comfortable with the people with that sell perfume or some stuff on the street. I don't feel comfortable in that scenario.
It's really crazy. Yeah, it's bother a lot. But as I said before, I understand people, because it's a job, It's you don't need to be ashamed about it. But in my case, I don't believe that I'm a good fit for this position, because if I ask you one time and you said to me no, is no, and that's it. I don't want to insist, to keep going with the situation. Yeah. So welcome everyone back. How was the conversation for you guys? I want to know from Mr. Fabiano. How was the conversation, Fabiano, for you?
It was very good. The topic is is about a lot of things, né? You have to pay attention with your privacy. So it was very good conversation.
Nice that you like the topic, because I was struggling to create the questions, and it's really good when you hear something like that. And let me ask you something, man. Uh, when people exposure too much their private life, do you think that they are taking a huge risk? And how to deal with this situation if you need it? For example, if you are a famous person and you need to expose yourself so much. What do you think about it?
If I was a famous people, I probably make a fake Instagram to put my real photos.
Yeah.
With not my name if I was a famous people, but it's a strange name to don't pay attention from media. So nowadays it's difficult because every person, a famous person, make money with social media. So they have to put a lot of photos, a lot of things about all her their lives.
For sure. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but now you are famous because you are here with us, man.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for sharing your opinion.
You're fake nice. Fake nice.
So, Mr. Jefferson, I taking this opportunity, so I want to ask you something, man. How was the conversation for you? And I want to Let me see. I want to ask you about where are the places that people expose more their privacy? Why it happens?
I think it's in social media, no? In Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, and all of these gadgets. And as I said, I really don't like. Sometimes Felipe Soares used to say, "Did you see the Instagram?" I don't know Instagram. You need to see the Instagram to see something about TNT. Oh, come on, guy. I can't really follow TNT by Instagram, really.
I follow, but I need to confess that social media in general, for me, it's like I see it, I scroll up the screen, but it's like you spend some time and then you start to be boring because there are so many foolish things. What is important, I like to watch all the time as talking. I always try to watch some funny videos from Junior, and Philip and the others.
Certainly the problem is not the tool, but the way of you use this thing. So.
That's it. Great point, man. Great point. The way that you are using the tool make all the difference, because if you are using it in a wrong way, let's say like this, you will just waste your time because people don't care about it. If you are using a good way, for example, to share this project in general, in social media and other channels, it can be something good because it will bring benefit for other people. That's it.
Yeah.
Great point, Mr. Ricardo. And thanks for sharing, Mr. Jefferson. Guys, I sent you some links. The first one is about our survey. So please go there. Let us know about your opinion about this meeting. And if you want to bring some, let's say, idea or a new way to do the things, I don't know, some of your suggestions, just let us know about it. And the second one is about our YouTube channel. So please, if you want to watch the meeting again, you can go there and watch. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And the last one is about our site. So if you want to apply for another language, or you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to schedule a new meeting, you can go there and, you can know about the project and in general. That's it, guys. And guys, I invite you to be here with me next Saturday. And if you want to participate of other meetings, as like the Sarah meetings, it's always good. She always brings something new and something really good to discuss. You can come, and we're gonna be happy to have you all here, guys. And that's it, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday, a wonderful weekend, and I will try to score a goal for you guys there today.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
See you guys. Bye
Nice to
bye.
meet you.
Nice weekend.
Good luck on soccer. Good luck on soccer.
Thanks.
Go Team Financial.